All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man, Jay Will. So real quick question, what SD card are you using in your LG G6? If you're using one. If you're not using one, this video kind of doesn't apply to you, but I would definitely like for those who actually have a G6 and you're actually using an SD card in your G6. And here's why I asked that. A while back, this weekend, I was doing a lot of recording with the G6 because I'm now using it in manual mode. And I think that's it just produces some of the best video quality ever. So the current settings that I'm using is 24 megabits per second. I can change that. And the hi-fi audio, I'll set the gain to about 50 or 60% right there. As you can see, the mic pickup is very good. And then I'll set the center, the FCL to 75 hertz. And this is where I do it. Now turn off the wind and noise filter because I have a fan going at all times. And then I start recording the video. Now, as far as the frames and everything, I keep it at 60 frames per second. And the bitrate, I used to keep it at high, but I felt like just for a YouTube video, it's really not necessary. I could go all the way up to UHD, but I just chose not to. You know, I could do that. But you can't get that 60 frames per second up there. So those are my settings right now currently for YouTube, and the quality from the G6 to me being produced is just phenomenal. These are my settings, and this is what I'm using it for. I'm replacing my S7 with this camera to do YouTube videos kind of on a regular basis. Now right now I'm recording this with the Samsung Galaxy S8, which obviously has fantastic video quality. I'm going to tap and lock the focus here. Which obviously has fantastic video quality, but the S7, I'll probably start using it as a regular phone again. But the G6 though, however, wow, it's such a compact phone. It has a fantastic camera, and it definitely, to me, far exceeds the camera on the S7 for YouTube videos. And that's just my personal opinion. The quality of this phone in manual mode at 60 frames per second, and more importantly, the microphones is great. Now, the problem that I had is I recorded a bunch of footage, probably hours worth of footage, and then when I went to export them and I loaded to YouTube, it failed. And it can only pull off, like the file itself would not export at the 5 gigabytes or 4 gigabytes, whatever the memory size was of the video, it wouldn't export. I was actually using an SD card in here, and I was using my 128 gig PNY memory card. Now I've just put it back into this device right here because it works in here for some reason. But the question I have is, what SD card are you using? If you have a G6 and you're using an SD card, what SD card are you using? Because the PNY in here failed miserably. I wasted a lot of time and effort, and all that footage, it can't be salvaged because for some reason it'll only play on the G6. So the way I solved for that is I switched it back to the internal memory, problem solved. But this phone only has 32 gigs of onboard storage, so I'm having to delete my footage after I get it off the phone. And a lot of times I like to have a backup of the original raw file. So what I'll do is I'll start saving everything to an SD card, which is what I prefer. But I gotta tell you, it's a little frustrating not being able to figure out which card I have. In my S8 that I'm recording with right now, I have a 256 gig Samsung card. Now I normally buy SanDisk cards, but that 128 gig card from PNY, I got it for 20 bucks on sale at Best Buy a long time ago. It's worked in everything I've put it in, but for some reason the G6, it doesn't play well with it. So having to transfer my footage off of the G6 every time I've used it, I don't want to do that. So quick video. What are you guys using in your G6? If you're not using an SD card in your G6, again, this video really you can't tell me that you prefer this card because I'm specifically having this problem with the G6. So I'm really just talking to G6 owners who actually have the G6 and you put an SD card there that actually works if you're exporting off videos to YouTube and things like that. So maybe this video is for a YouTube content creator. I don't know. So if you're a YouTube content creator or you're just the average Joe, you want to try this out, put an SD card in your G6, upload the video to YouTube, play it and see if it plays the entire file. Let me know if it crashes. So if you have a G6 and you have an SD card in there and it's actually working with no problems, let me know in the comments what card that is and so I can pick one up. It's your man Jay Will, quick video, help once again. Take care.